Hello everyone. So today we are going to work on this randomization of landscape option. So here if I disable randomized terrain layout, let me simulate in the top view so you can see the pattern. So this is what we get. Okay, now if I enable randomization, you can see it changes. So if I stop and play again, just pay attention to the first couple of tiles. See, so it keeps changing as long as we keep this randomize option. So in the game view also you can see that every time you play you get a different world. Sometimes mountainous, sometimes less mountainous, sometimes this time the landscape is above us. And once you find the settings that you like, let's say you like these settings, so if you want to keep generating this setting in a deterministic way, what you can do is you can just copy these values. For now this is 16, this is 16 and 17. I'll just copy this value and stop the game and then paste this to 16. I'll just use that and 17 and I'll disable randomization. Now if I play, you get the same setting. See, you get the same island setup that you get here. Let me just look at this direction so you can easily see. Right. And also if you decide to change the, let's say, mountain height, let's say use double the size height, you see now mountains are much higher compared to before, but I don't need that. And also if you change this offset, this layout will be completely different. We no longer have that setup, see. But if I copy that value again, yeah, see, now we got the value, we got the previous way. Okay, so this is what we are going to work on today, randomizing the landscape. And by using this method, let's say you have multiple worlds in your game, and when you go to one world, you need a particular way that world to look. So you can modify this using these parameters. So for 10 different worlds, you can have 10 different sets of values. So if you need to randomize, then every time you go to a world, the terrain will be different. But for a game that may not be suitable, but still that depends on the type of game you are developing. So yeah, anyway, you have the ability to use these settings and create whatever you want. So it could be the deterministic, it is always deterministic, but it could be either random in the runtime or it could be deterministic, or we know what we are going to get in the runtime by fixing the values. So yeah, that's what we are going to work on today. And as always, I'd like to remind you that you can download all the project files of this project and all other thousands of projects that I have done in my channel in the patron page. So once you become a member, you can download anything without a limit. I'll leave the link in the description below. Feel free to check it out. And let's get back to the tutorial. Right, so if I simulate the landscape, now this is what I get. So this shape of the landscape largely depends on the Perlin noise function. So if we want to randomize this landscape, I think that's where we should start. Okay, so for that, let me open the landscape and open the C++ class which is the parent of this world generator. Okay, and the height, to get the height we use this getHeight function. So what is that? Maybe it is still loading. Right, now get into definition. Okay, here. So if we need to have a difference in the landscape layout we always get, we need to change this location. So add in some offset to the location, which should be same for all the for each time we call this function, we should add the same offset. So perhaps, what do we call this? Here at the vertex calculation. Okay, so here let's define another variable with the type edit anywhere and block enter read write. I'll make it f vector 2D. What should I call it? Perlin offset. Okay, now here I'll add, oh, we already have this offset. That's fine. So that means we can add it here. Perlin offset. Oh, sorry. The X and offset. Oh, okay. Dot Y. Alright. Now if I compile this, okay, compilation complete. Now when I select the BP world, here I have this Perlin offset. Now let me press simulate just to so that I can compare the two landscapes I get. So yeah, let me make a snapshot here. Okay, I have it in the other screen. Now for this, I'm not really sure how large the value I should give for this offset. Let's try 5000. Oh, I made a mistake. See, it's still written over there. Alright, so this is not where I should have added this. because if I add it here, it changes this vertex X and Y position. So I should add it here, or right in here. In here, for this offset, I need to give a value between 0 and 1. So yeah, it would be easier if I define it here, so that I can limit the value that I need to give here to something in between 0 and 1 for this. Okay, so that means here I simply need to add offset plus Berlin offset. Okay, compile, done. Now here, if I make it 0.5, let's say, for example, and generate. Let me go to top view, it's easier to compare. Oh. Okay, now this is what I got. Let me take a screenshot. And now here I had 0.5. Yeah. If I make it this 0.5, this is what I got before. Yeah, you can see there is a difference. But it's more like here you see this part right here. It's somewhat offset downward. Ah, okay, I see what's happening here. So if I make it a bit larger value, like 50, let's see what happens. That's different. Still we have the same type of patterns, but the layout is totally different. So this means we should be able to randomize this always. So here, let's use an approach like this. I don't want to make this Berlin offset. Where did I had it? Edit anywhere. So I'll just delete that part from here. And then, in fact, this doesn't even have to be a view property. So, wait. So I'll just make this a factor, a regular value, and then let's add the bool randomize layout. Terrain layout. Okay. Now in the begin play. Here, if randomize terrain layout is true, let's set Berlin offset first vector 2D, left math, rand range. So we need a random value here. Let's say minus 50,000 to 50,000. Oh, this is only one value. So, right. Why is it? Why the error? I have had .f. Alright. Now let's compile. Okay. Now here we have randomized terrain layout. So if I don't enable it, I would get this. I make a snapshot of this as well. Now here, stop and enable randomize. Now enable randomized terrain layout and generate. What's happening here? It's different, definitely, but something is wrong. But this is an interesting pattern. So I guess I missed one of the yeah, I guess I have missed one of the dimensions to add in get height. Well, I got rid of the negative value and use this and it actually works. Just pay attention to the first tile. See, it's like that. See, every time I generate, it's different. So that means the total layout does change. But the overall picture kind of looks like the same because we have the same patterns, but that does not mean every time we get the same landscape. Now let's take a look at from the player's perspective. See, now we are in the middle of the ocean, and earlier next time we are closer, I think. Yeah, totally different. Let's compare the picture we get. Yeah, it's different, definitely. Oh, we are we are underground. Again, underground. Okay, so it does change. Nice. Let me move it up a little bit. So we have a safe height. Okay, so what else we can do? Now we do get a different layout. And if I stop randomizing here, let me just disable this. And this is what I get. Okay, other thing, let's say we found an interesting pattern and then I want to keep that. So like deterministic landscape, that means we know what we are going to get. So if we want that, this is what we should do. So for that, again we have to make this visible per in offset. Now compile again. So once compiled, we would see the randomize option and the per in offset here. So now let's say if we generate once, you can see per in offset it's still 0. Right, because we are not using it. Wait, no, didn't we? Yeah, here we are changing it. Sorry, we need to enable this, otherwise it will not change. Okay, now you see this is the value we have and this is the landscape we get. We have some islands over there, some small islands. So let me copy this value and stop. Now with randomize enabled, if I play again, now what we get now is a different layout. So but if we want to keep the same layout but with that setting that we got previously, what I have to do is I have to apply this per in offset that we got then and start. Now we will get that landscape we wanted to have. So by using this method, if let's say you want to have different worlds, planets, let's say, so then if you went to a particular planet and if you want it to be deterministic, that means if you want to plan like this planet should have this layout always, in that case you should not randomize it and you have to use this fixed per in offset. So that's the purpose of this. Okay, let me enable randomization. Now we will not obviously get that, but this is what we get. We have this interesting island over there. Oh, it's not an island, right? So here, okay, now this is what we get. Now let me again just to copy this value and stop and paste, disable randomization and play. Now we get the same landscape layout like before. Okay, cool. Another thing that we can randomize to change the look of the landscape is this mountain height and boulder height. So again, in the begin play, if randomized terrain layout is enabled, we can set mountain height equals, how should we randomize this? Perhaps instead of coming up with a total random variable, we can get the initial value, mountain height. Oh, I have a typo here. I didn't mount here. I didn't realize that. I should fix it. Right. Mountain height, okay. equals mountain height multiplied by fmath rand range, so something in between, let's say 0.5 f, so it could be half of the mountain height or twice. I think that much of randomization should be enough, and we can apply the same thing for Boulder height. Right, now compile. Okay, now if I simulate, oh, that's the error. It doesn't automatically get fixed, I guess. By the way, I'm not sure if I showed when I implement this mountain height variable, but it's just that what I showed you right now. So yeah, okay, height difference we don't really see, but you can see the height map difference with these shapes. Let's go to perspective mode. Okay, again, to see much of a difference. Yeah, now you do get a high difference. And if you want to increase the height randomization, what you can do is, instead of just using 2, perhaps you can use 10. That could be a little too much, but oh, we need to compile. See? Yeah, it's too much. Oh, we are underground. Okay, so randomization is basically working. Now let's say if you, just like before, if you disable randomize, these values will be applied. But I think this 10 is a bit extreme for my test. V3. Okay, so the other thing we can randomize is this. Here in the get height, we use this amplitude parameter. So for the mountains, it's this. For boulders, it's this. And yeah, you see. So if I create variables and randomize this value also, you will get some differences in terms of like island sizes. For example, if I make this 0.4, compile, save, and compile. Oh, let me disable randomization. This doesn't look nice. So actually this should be smaller, yeah. If this becomes larger, then the island size becomes smaller. That's what happens. So if I add another 0 here, compile, now we will see very small islands in the distance. Interesting pattern though. Right, and if I play again, oh wait, did I enable randomize? No. Like that. Oh, now we got somewhat closer. So yeah, but I don't want to randomize this for now, because I like the scale of the islands that I get at the moment. And if you want, you know where to change it. Well, perhaps why not? Yeah, I like them here. Float, mountain, scale. By default, I'll say this, because this is the way I'm going to use this. I'll explain after defining the variables. Boulder scale. One zero left. Here, in order to get 3, 4 zeros and 1, I think I had to use 10,000, and this is 1,000. So because since I'm using the word scale, when the scale becomes larger, islands become larger. So that means here I'll use 1 divided by mountain scale, and this is 1 divided by Boulder scale. Okay, now in the begin play, now that we have these two parameters, in the begin play, just like this, mountain scale. Okay. Perhaps I'll use 0.3, 2, 3. Right. Now, let's see. Here we got the additional parameters, monotony scale and Boulder scale. This does not look good. Here we made a mistake. This should be like this. Boulder scale, then Boulder height. Alright, now you have a lot of variables that you can use to randomize the terrain. So every time you play, you have different heights, different island sizes, different everything. See, right. So now once you find your sweet settings, you can disable randomization and keep those settings and play. So you will have those settings always will be generated without any randomization, and you can use this to have different words as I explained before. So I'm gonna stop this episode right here. Next time let's work on how to add variations to foliage and also different foliage types as well. So thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for you to download in Patreon page. Link could be in the description below, and see you in another episode. Goodbye.